The Maram Nagas are largely distributed in the Senapati districts of Manipur, one of the northeastern states of India. Out of the total villages inhabited by Maram, the Willong Khullen village is the second largest in terms of its population. In the olden days, each village was ruled by a traditional chief. The post of the chief was hereditary. It means the eldest son inherits the post of his father. Earlier, the taxes were levied to the revered chief in the form of shawls, paddy, and other traditional items. Nowadays, this tradition is no more practiced. But still, the chief holds the religious authority. The Willong Khullen village is situated 116 km from Imphal. The village is located on the spur of a hill, giving an enchanting view of the village from a distance. This village is well known for its large assemblage of more than 100 megaliths. This site serves as traditional sports and also links with the traditional institutional practices of the boys' youth dormitory, the Rahanki.
Maram villages used to have dormitories separately for both boys and girls. In this dormitory, boys and girls used to spend their life after attaining the age of puberty. They learn ethics and lessons of life from the informal teachers or the in charge of the respective dormitories. The dormitories are the learning centers for both boys and girls. They voluntarily participate and give service to the society on various social, religious, and economic activities of the village. Boys are skillfully trained to become vigilant and watchful for protecting the village from enemies' attack or raids. Maram villages may have one or more dormitories depending upon the size of the village and the population. A married man with family is appointed as caretaker of the boys' dormitory. No women except the wife of the caretaker is allowed to enter the boys' dormitory. If such rules are breached, a heavy fine is imposed. The distinguishable feature of Rahanki is the presence of a triangular frieze of the front gable that reaches the ground. It is painted with black and white geometric motif that comes into the first side of the house. The two massive structures hew out of the single tree as the gable is uniquely twinned with jungle vine and locked by a decorative piece of wooden motif representing the beak of a hornbill. Another feature is the presence of two entrance doors, one meant for the caretaker and his family, while the other is exclusively used by the boys who live in the dormitory. Once the child grew up and attained the age of puberty, they detach from their parents.
As you can see, the front decor of the wooden wall is filled with elaborate carvings having different meanings. The main pillar is supported by two identical structures which is carved on high relief with colorful paintings. Besides, the massive vertical planks are used as filling element of the front wall, which also bears engraved motifs with elaborate meanings. The main pillar is called Singdhi, while the other two supporting pillars are called Singpa. The central space of these three pillars bears three symbols of warriors in their traditional attire. They hold their weapons, insignias, and prized possessions. It is believed that this warrior will safeguard and protect the house or the dormitories from evil influences. This depiction of warrior is shown standing above the Mithun's head, which symbolizes victory over warfare, their bravery status and achievement as a warrior. On the top of the entrance door and in between the main pillars, horizontal planks are bridged with intricate carvings of a series of human heads. It expresses their unity and bravery to stand ready for warfare with enemies and bring their heads in the feuds. The motif of a wild deer is curved. It signifies that any wild animal hunted from the forest is dedicated to the male of his clan in the Rahanki. This head meat is permitted to be consumed or to be eaten only by the males. All these three pillars endorse a common motif called bamrak. It is a geometrical structure metaphorically represents the thorax and legs of the pillar. It symbolizes their traditional resting or meeting place called Shakinat. On the hilly terrain, the Maram Naga tribe used to construct resting places by erecting stones on the hilltop. It is used by them as the resting place in their long journey. It is also believed that Shakinat has watchful eyes of their ancestral spirit who protect them from any kind of unwanted incidents. This motif of the pillar is regarded as the seat of the protective spirits who safeguards their house from the evil forces. This vertical panel, consisting of 4 symbolic motifs, has elaborate meanings. The lower portion of this panel is represented by the symbol of a star, having 7 spikes in a circle. It is called Sangaiti. It is deeply associated with the customary laws of punishment. Any crime of a person is punished within the prescribed 7 laws of the tribe. The other motifs above this panel represents trophies of a person that can be achieved with his skillful act of warfare. This panel on the extreme left corner depicts 4 motifs signifying the rule of what is to be adorned in the dormitory. The symbol of deer specifies the rule of bringing the head of a hunted animal. The second symbol depicts the hand of a landlady of this Rahanki. It is a reward given to the hunter. The last motif in this panel depicts the symbol of a wild boar. The head of the wild boar must be decorated in the dormitory as an inscription of his hunting ability. There is a figure of a male instructor. The figure of male instructor is portrayed with his traditional attire and belongings. He is regarded as the moral instructor that could inspire the dormitory members to know about the way of adorning prized possessions and achievements. A lady carrying a scepter on one hand and a basket with a container behind are shown to exhibit the beauty of Maram lady in her traditional attire. The heavenly symbols of sun and moon, the constellations on either side of the world, reveals their traditional wisdom of calculating the appropriate time of agricultural activities and celebration of festivals. Rahanki mirrors the glorious past traditions and values of the Maram Naga tribe.
Although this traditional institution of the past legacy still exists among the Maram Naga tribe, they start following to tune with the modern livelihood. Thank you for watching this episode. Till then, stay safe. Goodbye.